Oh, Alexis says we can't hear you.
What would the stream be if we didn't?
We had to come back with tech issues.
Yeah, of course we did.
Now, is this just Jess?
Apparently.
It's just me.
Very odd. Okay.
Why is just silenced?
There we
Why?
go. It was just me. Whenever OBS resets, it removes my mic, which is really nice.
I love that.
Your mic in it?
My mic in it. So you missed out on meeting Trisket, but you saw him and you've heard him in chat. But anyway, hey, welcome back to Threeflings. We're so excited to be here after a month's hiatus. Threeflings, the only show on Twitch, started. You are not walking on the keyboard again, sir. As a collection of
Let him speak
from the Uncaged Anthology, and now we are spotlighting one-shots and mini arcs from smaller game systems and smaller game creators, starting with this week and next week's episode, Cryptids Inc., which was produced by one of our patrons, who's right there, Alexis and B Mothman, who is also sponsoring this two-shot. So thank you so much, both for producing this and for sponsoring us. We love you so much.
It's you in the chat.
It's you. This is going to feature some content warnings, which are guns, darkness, blood, gaslighting, and dismemberment. This is a 5e setting that takes place in modern America. So any things you can think of that are problems in modern America, lack of healthcare, stuff like that. Those are all content warning America, basically. So if those are things that you don't want to deal with, we don't blame you. Feel free to duck out. But we're going to have fun. And yeah, without further ado, let's meet our no longer Tiefs, but always the Threefs. Starting with Draz. Tell us who you are. Tell us who you're playing.
Hello, I am Draz. Today I am not playing Vittori for once, but I am playing Shelly, who is a thaumaturge mage whose powers stem from this weird camera that she has. It looks like a Polaroid camera, but when she does stuff, it changes shape to be sometimes a more conventional camera, sometimes it just has weird, things coming out of it. It's a weird thing that is tied to the dreaming that the cryptids are from. And other than that, she's a completely normal journalist student. So she is just a normal human, and she has a weird camera that gives her magic powers.
I like Alexis asking if she shakes it like a Polaroid picture.
Yes.
Again, you're just playing Fatal Frame.
Yeah. I'm playing a combination of Fatal Frame and Pokemon Snap.
I accidentally put shield mode on again. Turn.
Oh no!
Oh no! I didn't do it. DW did.
Oh, DW!
DW!
I turned it off. It's off now, but we need to change it to no longer followers only mode. If you could do that, Trust. So
why doesn't shield mode automatically do that?
It is very annoying.
Oh no, it is off. Subscriber mode is off.
Okay,
I don't know why that happens.
Hi, DW.
Welcome back to this. Did you miss us?
Guess who's not running tech? It's Gwen. Anyway,
when Gwen's not here.
Let's say welcome back and hello to our next Threef. Zan, tell us about yourself. Tell us who you're playing.
Hi, I'm Zan, and tonight I will be playing Harmony, emphasis on the harm. So, basically, she is a pint-sized brawler that looks cute, but can literally rip the arm off of a cryptid, hence the dismemberment content warning. So, basically, very energetic, happy, and will do a lot of things to protect her friends.
I love that. And lastly, but never leastly, Hank, tell us who you're playing. Tell us about yourself.
Hi. Sorry to everyone. I am working on captions because I think my thing is broken, as it usually is.
Haunted.
Hi.
I think they're haunted.
Yes, of course. Because why wouldn't I be? Yep, we got it. So tonight I am playing Audrey Sullivan, who is a mechanist with the medic background, and I'm very excited because I found a ridiculous magic item that I didn't know existed, and apparently I own it now. Yay!
You're a hacker.
Yes, I'm in.
All right. Well, without further ado, let's kick this off. You are all members of Cryptids Inc. A long...
Turns to ink.
Hmm?
Turns to ink.
You said the name of the thing, we can be done now.
Hey, Inc. Cryptids Inc. was founded in 1872 by Jeremiah Hawthorne after encountering the Jersey Devil on vacation with his family. It is now...
I like the idea of the vacation with his family is not referring to Jeremiah, but to the Jersey Devil.
Wait, what?
I'd like
The
to
Jersey
think
Devil
that...
was on vacation.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Jersey
yes.
Devil was on vacation with his family, not Jeremiah.
The Jersey Devil went on vacation
yes.
in Canada.
We love that.
Cryptids Inc. is started in Boston, but is now a nationwide organization that is not affiliated with the government. It's an underground, but not literally under the ground organization dedicated to documenting, keeping an eye on, and preserving the life of cryptids. Kind of how Men in Black work with aliens in Men in Black. You know, just checking in on them and making sure that they're not causing any obscene amount of harm.
The Men in Black from the famous movie Men in Black.
That would be the one.
That's great.
Right
Okay.
now, there is an initiative looking for survivors of cryptid encounters to bring in to the organization. But you have all been in this organization for a while. You are not level 1 characters. You are, in fact, level 7 characters. So, why did each of you join Cryptids Inc? And
For
what's your
Kelly,
favorite thing about it?
I think for Shelly, she's a mage because she has a mentor called Chelsea who basically introduced her to magic and stuff, and gave her the camera, so she was always educated on the way of cryptids and just knows their existence. So joining the organization was just a no-brainer.
Got it.
And her favorite thing about it is being able to see cryptids and take photos of them.
She would like that. What about Harmony?
Harmony. Well, Harmony actually comes from a long line of hunters, but unlike her brothers, Harmony is tiny and kind of sweet looking and definitely plays that up. So whenever they went out hunting monsters, Harmony was all the one going with headed there going, ooh, I'll be the victim, and totally going out as bait and kicking any monster's ass that tries to take her down.
I love that for her. I love that so much. And Ink, what about your character?
So, as is usually the case, most people who are into technology do not actively, especially when you're coming to technology and hacking, a lot of people don't look for that job so much as kind of fall into it on accident. Mm-hmm. And I can imagine that this was probably something on a dare being like, hey, try to hack into this website that I found on the deep web. I doubt you're going to be able to do it. And lo and behold, you then get an email from an unknown address asking you if you are interested in participating in the thing, and he still kind of thinks it's a joke. still trying to figure out if this is just like
This is just a big
like an
prank.
AOG like brand thing, or if this is like an actual thing that happens. Because he works from home. Like you don't leave the house and you don't meet people, so you don't learn if things are real or not.
Encountering Harmony probably didn't clear things up. It's just like, no, seriously, you're not a hunter. It's like
You're not a hunter.
I'm being punked right now. That's what happened.
Oh, love that.
All right. So, you've all worked together for a while, and you are all brought into a meeting for your next assignment. Get into your office in, we'll say, Philadelphia? No, it's gonna be in Harrisburg.
It's
gonna be an out-of-the-way place. You're in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And you're in a stark white room with lots of pictures of like black and white blurry photos on the wall. Agent Longstrider, who is a member of the Bigfoot family, is there. And you have shitty coffee and free grocery store coffee cake from yesterday that's been sitting out. That's free for you to have. And at the front is your boss, Flavia Huntingsham. All right, Jens, take a seat. Everybody get ready. Y'all ready for your next...
Harm sits cross-legged on the conference table and, like, is munching on a donut.
Yeah, Shelly just, like, quietly sits down and with her, like, a camera in front of her on the table.
Like, it's a little bit awkward, and there's definitely this kind of thing where Audrey's, like, doesn't want to, like, go to sit down, so is, like, trying to look casual, but is very much, like, making it very weird.
Wow, what a squad!
We're doing great, folks. Also, I don't think I'm going to be able to get captions to work. I will troubleshoot that later. I am sorry.
Harmony's, like, completely unfazed. Definitely can't keep still worth anything, and even though she's, like, wearing a Kevlar jacket and miniskirt, they don't look like Kevlar. They're, like, bright purple, and she's got, like, what look like cat paw fingerless gloves. So she just looks a bit like a fangirl, and she just kind of, like, pops bubblegum right now.
Amazing.
I love this. Oh, there's only one thing worse than a cryptid. A child. No.
So,
off to a great start, team.
Flavia starts by checking in with Agent Longstrider, who reports on their attempts to connect with Sasquatch, and is then sent...
Sasuke!
Huh?
I thought you said Sasquatch, and I'm like, what?
I thought you were going to say Sasuke! When you said
Why?
Sasuke.
See, you heard that, I heard a Sasquatch, so I was like, what?
Sussing out the Sasquatch?
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
Alright. Now that it's just us gals. Actually, wait, I didn't ask your character's pronouns.
I think Audrey was
he, right?
Yeah, Audrey is a he, they.
Then never mind. Let me...
JK! Lied!
Okay. Shelly and Harmony, both she, her?
Yee.
Yep.
Okay. Then that didn't happen. That was a Jess problem.
It's funny, because for a second, Sans captions only said eBay. And I was like, I love that, thank you.
What are your pronouns, eBay?
You know
I bought
what?
my
I think
pronouns off of
Harmony
eBay.
accepts all pronouns, but generally presents she, her. So
Huh.
All pronouns accepted here, just like all credit cards are accepted here.
Yes, all pronouns except if it would make the joke funnier.
When I think
Yep,
Audrey,
that.
I literally think of the plant. So
Same.
that's why it's like, yeah, that's a plant name.
I bet Audrey gets that a lot. Like, oh yeah, like the plant, and he's like, yeah, like the plant.
Like the plant.
Mhm.
Yup. Which is ironic because he's allergic to most things outside, so yeah, you're having a great time.
You see one of those, like, goths that, like, you know, you see them outside and they've got this big umbrella and sunglasses.
No, he's kind of just a person where he like was born an inside kid and has been an inside kid. So like every time he went outside as a kid, he like sneezed or skinned his knee or something, and he's like, I'm just not gonna do that anymore.
Yeah, it's just reaffirming that he should be inside.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay inside and build my Legos, and y'all can look at my Lego Millennium Falcon when you come over, and that's it.
Oh.
And there's Harm going, you're so boring. We can do something.
It's like
Harmony's like, do you have games
something?
on your phone?
If you can focus, agents, as you are
Impossible
well
challenge.
aware, we've had some incursions from the Smiling Man. He is threat level Lucifer, which you would all know what that means, but for chat, that's real bad. That is a high level cryptid threat, which basically means they're out to cause for real harm, and they usually found leading cults kind of thing, and are often hunting Cryptids Inc. agents.
Yay, that's us.
Now, the Smiling Man's returned from London after causing some chaos there.
Back from vacation to London.
Oh, did he go with the Jersey Devil and his kids?
Seems he's come to have things out with his arch rival, you know. And she clicks a button.
Oh, hat time.
That's
Oh my
the one
gosh,
thing I didn't
already.
Hi. Oh, I can. I don't.
It's cat time.
I was unprepared too.
Here we go.
I was very prepared.
Thank you for
Thank you,
fluid.
Cassandra. Huh.
Well, I don't.
So the Smiling Man's here to have it out with well, we're not really sure where this rivalry stems from. They might be ex-boyfriends, or it might just be that, you know, telling people to smile more has not gotten him to win World's Sexiest Cryptid for any of the last 42 years. So he's here to have it out with, how do you folks feel about a trip to West Virginia?
That's what the Mothman Museum is, isn't it?
Have any of us been to West Virginia?
You tell me.
I think, Shelley has been to West Virginia for the sole purpose of seeing the Mothman Museum. And that is all.
I was just kind of imagining, like, you went for the meme.
I'd say Harm has never been. And is excited to go.
I was gonna say, yeah, has anyone been to the Mountain Mama Take Me Home country road? No, yeah, because if we're starting in Pennsylvania, Audrey has definitely never left the state.
Okay. She goes, well, let me just put this on for you right quick. Give you an idea what you're, getting into here. And you are all aware of the man, the moth, the harbinger of doom, the Mothman.
The legend.
I was gonna say the man, the moth, the legend, yes.
And Flavia puts on like a camcorder video that looks like there's a family crossing a toll bridge, and this large winged humanoid creature with glowing red eyes floats down in front of them as if to block the way. Behind them, or behind him, the bridge collapses. And then you hear cries of, "He's here!" And as cars people get out of their cars trying to escape the pileup of this bridge, the camera pans to a generic white man in a suit, except for his face is in this rictus grin with his mouth going all the way up to his ears.
A worse kind of white man.
I don't like that one.
The camera drops to the ground, and then you hear screams and a sound of punching. And then the camera is lifted up in the air, and this green-suited white man and veiled by black wings whirls in front of it. And then you hear nothing.
You said white man in green suit, and my brain just went, "Oh, the Joker."
Well, it's the Joker. We're after the Joker.
We're not in Queens. These aren't the states.
So, which one do I punch? The one that smiles? The one with the red eyes? Both?
Well, now, Mothman's never been a problem for us, and he is... Well, you know, folks are frightened of him. He does tend to show up right before something horrible happens. But he is, if not a friend of ours, he's at least a non-foe. Whereas the Smiling Man, well, we know he was responsible for a series of 12 murders over in London, so the fact that he's back and here to have it out with his possible ex, possible rival, I don't know.
Possible
if they
both.
went to cryptid
Definite moth.
shonen school together, but there's something there, and it's not... People in West Virginia already have a tough enough time.
Because I live there.
So,
Exactly.
punch the creepy smiling stalker. Gotcha.
Okay, so it can't just be me that for a while just thought that, like, West Virginia was just, like, a part of Virginia, right? Like, no one actually thought that was, like, a state for, like, a while, right?
Oh, that it was just a direction, and that there was a North Virginia and a South Virginia, and
Kind of like,
yeah.
like a region of Virginia.
Yeah.
Kind of like how there's, like, central Pennsylvania, and then there's, like, northern Pennsylvania, you know?
yeah.
And in the chat, it's a state.
It is indeed a state.
The funny thing is, I actually, Ink speaking here, I actually didn't know West Virginia was a state for a good
Yeah, see,
7 years!
Pull out the map.
about this is like,
So,
I have to roleplay an
so we're
Australian.
here.
No, not Australian. Roleplay an American
West
because I'm an
Virginia's
Australian.
right there.
It's literally to, like, the west of Virginia. It's great.
And a
Yeah,
little
at least North and South Dakota are just... At least there's both North and South, where there's only West Virginia, and then there's Virginia. Where really, the other Virginia should be called East Virginia, at least?
It's like Virginia.
It makes
It's like
no
Daniel,
sense.
the
Yeah.
cooler Daniel.
Ink, I was literally just thinking about that. Why don't we share the same exact brain cell?
Virginia, the westerner Virginia.
Dakota Prime. Oh,
Dakota Prime sounds like a transformer.
Yeah.
Oh. Just now, you are headed towards Point Pleasant, so that means, and she hits another button on the projector, and you see a yearbook picture of a girl with light brown skin and freckles and circular red sunglasses and 2 feathers on a headband on her hair. She says, Samantha, Mothman fangirl number 1, head of Mothman's fan club. Now, please remember, she is a pain in the ass, but she is a teenager.
There's only thing worse than a child,
Is that an
a teenager.
excuse?
She is in love with Mothman. She will try to get pictures of Mothman. But at Cryptids Inc., we do not condone the murder of children. Please just redirect her if you see her.
But as soon as she becomes an adult, as soon as she has an 18th
It's free game, yup.
Honestly,
so-
if she didn't piss Mothman off so much, I would be happy to recruit her. She has some kind of harness over the dreaming. She can do stuff that I've only seen very powerful field agents do. But, Mothman's filed numerous complaints to get her to, gone.
I love the idea of Mothman filing complaints. I love the idea of
I'm gonna talk to your
Mothman
manager.
Filling out a form
requiring
in
a
triplicate.
restraining order on a kid.
Audrey just kind of like, I'm sorry, can we circle back to that? Like, Mothman kills people, it's not just like a Disney thing where it's just like a guy dressed up like a moth having a great time.
I mean, you're a level 7 agent. You would know that he's a real person.
Yeah, but I'm also just like, is he though? Is this not just like a man in the woods just like in his moth costume just having a go at it?
And there's Harmony going, yes,
Yes.
it's a real moth man. Like, I know you think that there's another explanation, but there really isn't.
But like, biologically, how does that work?
Well, he's from the
Is there
dreaming.
like a human-sized moth? Is like, what is the... Did they come from an egg? Like,
From the dreaming. He came from the dreaming.
Basically,
So
it
not
comes
an
from
egg.
stuff that
Okay.
stars are made of.
Okay, so not an egg. Got it.
He does lay eggs. That's how we found his lair, actually.
That is... Mothman has a cloaca, that's what I'm getting. That's what I've come back around to.
Yeah, that's why he has a big ass. So that, like, he
Well,
can
here I
conceal
am
his
wondering...
cloaca.
Well, I'm wondering the moth equivalent of that, though, because I don't think it's the same thing.
Also, for note, Alexis said Mothman, I believe, in the book uses they-them pronouns for this cryptid. I'm not fully sure.
Oh, yes. I think Mothman uses all of the pronouns in this.
Also, I love Penhead saying, like, it's not just, like, the guy dressed as Bigfoot, and now I'm just imagining, like, that really tall senator just, like, getting caught at the middle of the night, like, walking through.
Yes.
Okay.
So, basically, John Fetterman might be part cryptid.
I was gonna say, yeah, because he's 6'9". Nice, but I was just imagining someone taking a picture of him at night, like, in the dark. And people are like, yo!
He's a very tall man. Goes, so any other questions before you, head out, folks? I just, you know the drill. Stay under the radar, protect the sanctity of the cryptids, and try and keep anybody from getting killed.
Harmony's eyes just get wide, and it's just kind of like the whole who me face, and it's just like, is this the face that would be arrested for punching someone in the face 6 or 7 times? No.
It is West Virginia.
There we go.
So yeah, are we gonna be like in a hotel? Because I'm gonna need like the ability to plug things in for stuff to work.
Oh, absolutely. We will set you up with our office in Point Pleasant. You can have full access to their library and their hotel. You can have one of the cars to get there. It's just a quick little 6-hour drive. And then you can also stay. We'll get you a hotel voucher.
Okay.
Nice.
Looking at Shelly and Harmony. So do one of you like have a license, or is this gonna have to be like a driver's ed thing?
Oh yeah, I have my license. Road trip.
Okay,
God.
yeah, sure.
What is the age to get a license in America?
So in the United States, it varies from state to state,
technically,
but generally speaking, it's 17 or 18.
Okay.
Well, you can get a learner's permit at 16, but yeah, generally
license.
it's...
Yeah, because the
License is
whole
17.
21 being like the important year throws me off so much. Okay,
It's weird.
It's very weird. Like like in New York, you can get your learner's permit at 16. You have to hold it for 6 months, and then you can apply for like a junior license. And then when you turn 17, you can turn it into a permanent license. But it kind of varies from state to state.
Okay, yeah. So Shelly probably does have her license then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but I
imagine you
imagine...
react to American laws and stuff.
I imagine Harmony's the vehicle they'd want to take, though, because of her family connections and stuff. She's the one with all the equipment. So I'm thinking like a not a windowless van, but a van with the
like tinted glass.
Yeah, like tinted glass. But outside of the seating area, there's an area that just has like weapons on the walls of the van, and basically we do not want cops looking in this car, but it's very, very Harmony-esque. So the car itself would be a brighter blue than you would probably want to be incognito, and definitely has some sort of spray painted artwork on the sides.
Amazing.
Oh,
Probably like stars or it's like, I'm not gonna say hearts, but like some sort of fun rainbow pattern.
Nice. Is there like a unicorn there?
Like,
Yeah, there's gonna be a unicorn.
Arts
Yeah.
of like wizards and unicorns and shit. Yeah. You see like Audrey like pull up with the bag full of stuff and just kind of like readjust their gait and be like, "Oh, so great, we're gonna be in the mystery machine," as if this isn't already like a Scooby-Doo enough shit house already. Great, love that.
Harmony just pops bubblegum in your general direction.
Yeah, is this like a Morse code thing? Am I supposed to know what you're doing here?
Like, basically, this is my car. If you don't like it, you can drive yourself.
I'm just really confused. Like, wouldn't this be something that you'd have people coming up to you, like, asking questions about this?
Thank you, Alexis, for the gift.
Thank you, Alexis.
Thank you, Alexis. And Harmony's just kind of like, what people would ask questions? It says it all.
Yeah.
Right there. What questions are there to ask?
My bright pink van with a unicorn and stars on it is getting a lot of questions that are answered by my bright pink.
I was gonna say, yeah, I can think of at least, like, 3 people that would at least ask you where you got that done.
Oh, I have business cards from the person that I that did the detailing. So
of course you do. Yeah.
There is
okay,
that.
Sure. Sure, yeah, of course.
I love it. So, you head out?
Yeah.
West Virginia. Yep.
All right. And you've never been there. How good are you at navigating the highway? Harmony?
Pretty good.
Okay.
One of the reasons I have this van is I do road trips with my brothers all the time. Just have never been to this particular state.
Got it. Okay. So, you drive for a little bit, having some good times, having some snacks, listening to tunes.
Road trip.
And then you, stop for gas. And it's this out of the way, sort of deserted place. But it's sort of not as abandoned as you would expect. There's a lot of folks in there buying cigarettes, buying homemade, possibly baked goods, at least non-packaged baked goods. And on
those are the best.
They're buying
Oh man, rapper.
They're also selling whiskey here, and on the wall are hanging teeny tiny sets of antlers.
Ooh.
Oh, do I see those, and can I tell what those are?
You definitely see them. And why don't you give me a nature check?
Yes, I have
Sure.
a thing called supernatural attunement. You instinctively know when you enter a place that has been meaningfully touched by the supernatural. The site of a cryptid attack, the place where a cryptid entered your world from the dreaming, a cryptid's den, etc. Do I sense anything?
How far away does it work for?
Well, that part, it just says when you enter a place.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I'll say, yeah, you sense
Yeah, and it
that.
seems like, it's just a location-based thing.
Okay.
Alexis,
But
my
you have
thought,
blind
is it like a
fighting.
Bucky's?
Do you have blind fighting? Yes. You sense there was some sort of attack here, and you do notice there's a lot of glass on the ground and someone in a uniform sweeping it up.
Just ground. Something happened here.
And I got a 10 on my roll, if that helps.
Okay. Have you encountered jackalopes before?
I'd say yes.
Okay. Then
Zan, of course.
I would say that 100% she has encountered a Wolpertinger because of an item that she has.
Yes.
So I'd say she at least knows about jackalopes.
Okay. So, yeah, I would say you identify this as something similar to a Wolpertinger. It seems like Wolpertinger horns, but you also know that a lot of places out west put up fake jackalope horns to, like, seem cooler than they are, just putting, like, deer antlers on a rabbit.
Yeah.
And also, you're not out west. So, that's weird. But also, you've worked at Cryptids Inc. for a while, and you know that jackalopes are fruitful and multiply and are wide-ranging. So they may have started to spread into this part of the country.
So the other part of supernatural attunement is that if I spend 1 minute in deep focus, I can ask the GM one question.
Cool.
So Shelly is just gonna, like, stand off to the side, like, get out her camera and just, like, you know, look through it, just, like, you know, just, but acting normal about it, so it doesn't seem suspicious or anything. And I wanna ask the question, how many cryptids have visited this place within the last month?
In the last month. I'm going to say 12.
12?
12.
Okay, interesting.
Nice.
Harm, while picking up refills on snacks and drinks, is going to try and start a conversation
Okay.
about the little horns. Like, so, seems like this place is busier than normal. What's up?
Oh, well, we called in some of the neighborhood. We heard some weird noises in the middle of the night. Couple of folks who went out, teens really going, necking out in the woods. Heard some kind of weird noise and then slipped, and then they just couldn't stop crying when they came back. And then, well, they left their whiskey out there. You know how teens are with whiskey sometimes. And next thing we knew, we had all these fucking rabbits with deformed heads coming in here and smashing our whiskey store. So Jeb shot one, and I put its antlers on the wall, but I thought folks would think I was a silly little roadside attraction, if you know. I'm not one for taxidermy, but it did seem odd to have a rabbit with actual antlers. So if the feds came around, and or the EPA, or, you know, one of those government regulation places trying to interfere with how small business owners run a business, I could at least say, no, it was real. I shot those horns right off of a rabbit.
Good thinking. Good thinking. So where is the spot where the teens flipped? I mean, just so that we can avoid it. We're just passing through.
Oh, yeah. Out in the hemlock forest down south. They must have pissed something off down there, because, whew, all these rabbits were madder than a hatter.
Damn, 12 jackalopes.
Well, thank you so much for the warning, and nice shot with those antlers.
Yeah, thanks. That's why, happy we've got a gun-toting man going into the Senate now. Not gonna take our guns away. We need
God. No.
It's so American and it's so real, it hurts.
Yep.
This is America.
So while you're doing this, Audrey's kind of like doing this weird thing where they're like trying to step through the glass.
Okay.
And like you can very much tell that they're like favoring putting weight on their left leg, but they're very much like trying not to make it look weird, and just kind of like looking over at the guy sweeping up glass and being like, so do you guys just kind of like have like a baseball field nearby, or like what happens with this?
Vampire think baseball nearby.
I was gonna say yeah.
As all those rabbits came in, they smashed open the fridge, and they knocked open a bunch of beer, and then they smashed all the whiskey. And then they started to sing. And you hear one of them go like, all right, singing rabbits, sure, we know who was having a bit of the whiskey, alright? He's like, no, they were singing. I heard them.
So you said rabbits did this, did you?
Weird rabbits.
With, like weird how?
They seemed sick. They had these like protrusions on their head.
Okay.
GW said rabbits.
Yeah, I was gonna say the rabbits, yeah.
Harm would be like, oh, what did they sing?
One of them sang, thank God I'm a country boy.
I was expecting Kenny Chesney, she thinks my tractor's sexy, but sure, that works too.
Oh, dang. Did you go to the Kenny Chesney concert? Man, that thing slaps.
That thing fucks.
Right over, I went when he comes to Pittsburgh every year. Man, that it can get a little bit rowdy, but that's how we like it. The Ches.
Chase.
I know absolutely
So-
no Kenny Chesney songs, but he does a concert.
It's
every
okay.
year, and it's bananas.
Oh my god, yeah. I'm gonna like look over in the general direction. What fridge has gotten smashed open? Like what is going on there?
Oh my god, sorry, the mod thought Alexis was bullying Kenny Chesney. I was like holding for bullying.
Kenny Chesney fucks. I'm putting that on the Cryptids Inc product page, and somehow chat was like, no.
That's like
No,
that's
no.
bullying talk. How dare you say someone fucks?
Yeah. Illegal.
Sorry, what was the question?
I said, so he said that they smashed open a refrigerator.
Yeah.
Like, looking over, what is the situation with that?
Oh, so you're at a gas station, so it's like the fridge where they sell beer. So
Okay.
there's like the fridge that has all of your teas, the fridge that has all of your like canned iced coffees. I'm so sorry for any non-American. Our gas stations are gross. So you have your bottled
Yeah, gas
teas,
stations are very odd.
your sodas, your waters, and then the big cases of beers.
Okay. So looking at it, is it kind of like the same situation as the window where it's kind of just like smashed to bits, or does it kind of seem like they were acting in a certain way, like they tried to rip the door off or like something like that?
Oh, give me an investigation check or an animal handling check.
Okay, I'm gonna give you investigation because, ooh boy, wisdom is not my strong suit.
Ben, wait, what? Yeah, gas stations sell alcohol.
Yeah,
depending
some
on the
gas
state.
stations sell alcohol. Yep.
Amazing.
There's also some, what is it? There are some, like, convenience stores that also sell it. It's very odd.
But it depends on
that's
the
a 19.
county. So some counties have things called blue laws, which means they don't sell alcohol at all after certain times of day or on Sundays. So in those, they'll put like a little rope around the alcohol section.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there was a, yup, that's a thing. There used to be a thing where you, like, couldn't sell alcohol in New York after, like, a certain time at night. It was very odd.
In Ohio, in certain counties, it's just on Sunday period, which is ass for barbecues.
Oh no, that sounds like shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
so I got a 19.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, you can tell that this was smashed in, and it looks like it took a couple tries. Like, something tried to headbutt the refrigerator door.
My god.
Oh my god, I love it. Okay.
I'm just like imagining like a little rabbit like jumping up repeatedly.
I'm just imagining being like, wow, okay. Just looking over, just like, okay, those guys were determined, I guess.
They really wanted that alcohol.
Yeah,
And it's only the one with the beer. All
Oh,
of the other cases are left. They're smashed, but there's nothing missing from them.
oh, okay. So, we're dealing with something that is an alcoholic. Very reassuring. Kind of looking at Harmony, because Harmony was looking at the little antlers at the wall, and like pointing at them, and then like pointing at the fridge, and like going like, maybe, just me, maybe.
Yeah, it's like at this point, Harv's just like, yeah, this is the thing, definitely. I think we're all full up on items, and we should get back on the road.
Yeah.
And then once we're outside, Harv would be like, I think it's jackalopes.
Yeah, it seems like to be jackalopes. I think Shelley was just like taking photos outside and then like overheard their conversations, but then just like went back outside and like I connected all the dots. I'm done.
I've connected the dots. You didn't connect shit. I've connected them.
It's
okay.
jackalopes.
So what exactly is the whole thing with jackalopes? Like, I'm assuming they're kind of one of those cryptids that are not out to actively harm people. They just kind of do damage as they go.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
but
think that-
Since Harm has heard of them, should I roll to see how much we know?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me history or arcana or nature check.
So much.
Like Alexis, you could be wrong.
I'm gonna go with nature. I got 14.
Okay.
Listen, Alexis, I do not metagame, and I do that by forgetting what system we're playing and never reading the manual entirely. Don't worry about it.
So, Harmony, you know about the Wolpertingers and how they are benign. They're known to, like, bless virgins.
They do not like sex.
You know that jackalopes are not like that. Jackalopes are known to love two things, and it is the terror in their victims' eyes right before they rip out their intestines, and whiskey. Jackalopes are vegetarians, and they just kill for fun.
Yay!
Oh, so this really is like a Midwest thing. Okay, cool.
And the way to stop them is with a holy hand grenade of Antioch.
And there's Harm going, I really don't understand how two cryptids that are so similar, like, physically, can just be so different in action. They're just...
You ever met twins? It's kind of like that.
the good twin and the evil twin.
Yeah, like one of them will say happy birthday, the other one is going to tell you that your shoes are untied and then push you into a pile of mud or something. You know, twins.
So, I got a location.
If approach jackalopes with shin protection, as they love to knock their victims prone and then rip out their soft bits.
I got sports equipment in the back.
I love that.
Jess, I do have a question. What is our protocol, like our Cryptids Inc. protocol, when we, like, you know, hear about at cryptid sightings and attacks that aren't the one that we've been assigned to?
Yeah, so protocol is, you would know that there have been a lot. Cryptids Inc. has been struggling with jackalopes.
Oh no.
They were trying to keep an accurate eye on their numbers, but because they breed so fast and they move so fast and they're generally drunk, it has been hard to properly identify them. So it's been kind of like, as long as they're not killing anybody, just leave them alone. But when they are killing people, that's when Cryptids Inc. would go in and kind of stop the murdering by any means necessary, and then use a mage or one of the dreamers to erase the memories of anyone who'd encountered them.
Has any of the jackalopes actually killed, or is it just like they just went straight for the alcohol and didn't actually harm anyone?
From what you can
That's
gather,
what it sounded like.
They went for the alcohol.
So technically, we're not meant to do anything in this situation. Though
Sorry.
Though it is still, like, bad that, like, people saw them. And then there's actually horns here. Should we be doing anything about the horns on the gas station, then?
I would say we wouldn't worry about the horns so much. But Harb would like to at least stop by where the kids were evidently drinking whiskey to make sure that this is an actual jackalope situation. And then we could report it in and move on.
Cool.
go over there and be like, yep, that's jackalopes, and then leave.
Yep.
Gas station's haunted.
It's like, in this way, we'll know that it's just jackalopes and they aren't being, like, forced out of their territory, or basically make sure that it's not something bigger.
That's true. A bigger jackalope.
Oh, even bigger than before.
right. So yeah, they told you in the woods you'll have to walk a little bit, and if you can get directions from them though.
Yeah, I would have done that.
Okay.
As I said, I asked them where it happened to quote unquote avoid it.
So right. So they would have tried to get you to buy a map so that they could circle an area on it for you.
You know what? Sure, I'll buy a map.
Oh, sweet. Nobody buys these anymore. Thanks for
They
the
just use GPS.
And there's Harm going, but, you can't really circle anything with the GPS system.
Yes, you can.
Oh. All right, so you get out of the car, you find a place to park, and you walk. This music's too boppy for this. You.
Oh yeah.
It's the music inside Harm's soul.
Meatball Parade.
Walking through the woods.
There's no one around and your phone is dead.
Out of the corner of the eye, you spot him, a jackalope.
A jackalope. No.
Shia LaBeouf was just in this book.
Shia LaBeouf, but a jackalope.
Oh no. You, let's see. Start walking, and there's a lot of trees and hills. You are kind of on the border of PA and West Virginia. Your ears pop a little bit. And let's say it's around now time of winter. So,
Hey, you, where there was no pandemic.
Yeah, let's say it's, starting to get dark. It's early afternoon, so it's close to pitch black outside. No, you wouldn't go to the afternoon in the woods in pitch black. But I'll say, sun's starting to go down.
I mean,
the thing is, I've got my equipment mobile. I bet I've got some floodlights.
Okay, cool.
Ooh.
So, yeah, you are walking around. And what's everybody's passive perception?
What is that? That's
My
10 plus your wisdom?
Perception is 12.
Okay. Yeah, 10 plus
I think mine's also 12.
10 plus your wisdom modifier. If you're skilled in perception, you add that.
Okay. I didn't think so. Okay, so I have an 11. So yet again, I am playing a character that doesn't know shit and will not take anything about it.
I love it.
I'm gonna take no initiative.
Well, you're not necessarily getting attacked yet.
Yet!
So, you notice...
I imagine...
Not the Jaden Smith tweet! Not the Jaden Smith tweet!
I imagine Harm would be the one going outside of the car in, hockey equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Like egg bands and some on her legs, and just kind of, going around trying to find a sign of jackalopes here.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if they're what kind of hockey equipment does Harmony own? Just out of curiosity. What kind of sports equipment does she got going on there?
Okay, so the thing is, she's got several brothers, so they use this van for a lot of things. So there is a mishmash of equipment. There are a couple of football helmets. There's padding for things like football, hockey. There are cleats for soccer. There's and different sizes, as well as ice skates for some reason, and several pairs of rollerblades.
Amazing.
Okay. Cool. So Audrey is first gonna see what is going on and try to duct tape like a flashlight to the drone before letting it go to follow after Harmony, and then kind of like rifle through the sports gear and see if there are any like mismatched kind of stuff in there, and see if there is anything specifically like, you know how sometimes when you like end up with an extra sock, like that kind of shit, where you end up with like an extra like cleat or something because someone else like took the other one out of the car or whatever, it fell out.
Probably.
Yeah, and just gonna find one of the shin guards and like tape it on the left shin and just kind of sit there and like check with the computer for the audio and make sure that Harm is not gonna get absolutely beefed from like the side.
Yeah. Do any of you know much about plants?
I have medicine. I have medicine as a thing, which I'm assuming too. Audrey probably knows just because he's allergic to everything. I will say Audrey probably has like a rudimentary knowledge of it just because he's allergic to everything outside.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. Because of his plant name.
Yep.
So, yeah. I'll say, Audrey, give me a survival check or a nature check. Your choice.
Okay. These are both probably gonna be really bad, and it's okay. You'd love to see it.
Do you know how to survive?
That's a 6, and that is for my nature.
Survival.
Okay.
I'm good at telling what stuff I'm allergic to. I'm not really good at the rest of it.
Okay.
Does not translate.
So you notice that as Harmony is getting Jason out and walking into the woods.
Jason
Derulo.
She's going into an area that is less trees and more some kind of bushes or scrubs that you are definitely allergic to. And these are ones that you feel like everybody's allergic to. But you sure.
Question: when this place was described to us earlier, this was called the Hemlock Forest, right?
Yep.
I mean, yep, it's great. I'm gonna see if I can.
It just
what
looks
do I
like
have
baby's
there?
breath over there, though. But you know, it could. It seems like something. Oh my god, the mods are so mad at Alexis. Sorry, the auto mod. Yeah, it just looks like baby's breath. These little clusters of white flowers, but you can't help but think like that's an allergy.
Yeah,
and there's Harm going. I am far more worried about living creatures than plants. Plants can't harm me. What the hell?
I'm gonna move the drone and
never seen little showers.
I'm gonna move the drone and see if I can get it to like kind of hover in front of Harm, like in front of the plants, kind of like trying to keep her from walking, like continuing to walk into it.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, hey, I'm walking here.
Harmony is from Brooklyn.
we've been everywhere in the States apparently. And like you hear from in the distance like a little bit of like, I'm not doing this as a joke. Like it could just be me, but that they don't look great in there. Like unless you have long sleeve pants and like shirts on and stuff, I don't think that's gonna work out well for you.
Harm just kind of like looks down at her leggings, leg coverings, padded leg coverings, skirt, and like long sleeve jacket, and is just kind of going, I think I'm covered? Wait, what are you worried about? Because, I mean, I did the padding for the jackalopes. That's really all I need to worry about.
No, more just like things that, like poison oak and like lice and stuff like that. Because I'm really not in the mood to explain to the boss that we got Lyme disease trying to hunt a jackalope.
And the Harm just kind of goes, well, what? How else am I supposed to find out that there are jackalopes here? Is there an area you would rather I go into? I don't get it.
What does it look like in the surrounding area? Is it kind of like it's only this direction that she's going that has kind of like weird stuff going on in it, and the rest of it kind of looks like normal, or is it kind of just all opening up into this kind of foliage?
Give me a perception check for your drone, which it gets to do with advantage.
Yes, it does.
So that's 12 plus your proficiency bonus.
That's the armor class.
No, that's its senses too. That's its passive perception. So I guess it's just plus 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 12 and then proficiency. Yeah, so it would be
plus
well,
2
passive it'd be a yeah, okay. And then it's not proficient with anything, so I can't really give you anything there. Okay.
But it is an advantage.
Yes. Okay, cool. Okay, that is a 16.
Okay. So, looking up and down and all around with its sensors, your drone spots a little warren dug out of the ground that does have a bunch of broken bottles, as well as tops, like the tops of carrots around it.
Oh my god.
But also, there is another little hole in the ground beneath a bunch of these flowers. And from your drone is picking up 2 different sounds and giving the noise back to you. So from the whiskey warren, you hear singing and laughing and general high-pitched carousing. And from the other one, you could barely see a puddle of water seeping out from it, and you hear hoo 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 hoo.
Oh, not the is it the squawk? Oh, squawk! I'm gonna just kind of like have the drone fly over to the one hole and like kind of have it with the whiskey bottles and have it kind of turn so that like the flashlight shines on those specifically. And see if Harm kind of notices like that it is specifically trying to like highlight a part of the underbrush.
Oh yeah, I'll be following my little metal friend.
Just imagining Harmony in like full like goalie equipment, just like trying to like walk through this like
during all of this.
Shelly, I think like she is just sitting there like looking through her camera to see everything, but she's not really seeing much because I think like her strength is like when there are cryptids around, and this is like a distinct lack of cryptids.
Or is it? Thank you for the stretch, Benhat.
Thank you, Benhat. If Shelly is looking over, Audrey will like offer to let Shelly like plug her camera into the computer and or look at like what is currently going on, which is not super great quality because it's quite dark, but it's not the worst.
I'm scared of what would happen if she plugged her camera into someone else's equipment, because that might cause weird shit to happen. So she's not gonna do that, but she is
you'd be surprised. I got a lot of shit in this.
I like how the 3 of you are like, we came with all the stuff. We want all of the things.
Right,
Our power is
thank you for stopping me.
preparation.
Yeah.
My power is bullshitting and hope it works.
I mean,
What
at
is
level
The
7.
Tieflings way.
Yeah.
Yes.
What
I
is
mean,
our protocol with squonks, then? Do we just leave them be because they're so sad?
If I remember correctly, every time they've tried to do something about the squawk, it's just made it sadder.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's quite sad. Squawk, baby. It's okay.
Yes, you can give me a nature or arcana or history check.
Give me a squawk check.
See if you know more. Yeah, about the squawk.
Okay, I do have Arcana. It's so wild being a character that actually knows Arcana. That was a bad roll, so that was an 11.
Okay. So, yeah, you would know that the squonk is famously the ugliest creature in the world and knows it.
It's so sad.
So sad.
It is really sad.
It hides so that no one will see it. And it is particularly sad on full moons, which this is fortunately not. But there was one.
God, there also be werewolves as well.
Because on full moon nights, it can see its own reflection.
No!
Can it not usually?
When the full moon comes out over the water, it can see itself. And then gets very upset. Most people...
But if it's, like, slightly not a full moon, can't see reflection.
Right, it's okay.
Yep.
Mostly, it's, gets very sad whenever anyone sees it. And whenever anyone's tried to capture it, it escapes by turning into water. But most people who see the squonk just feel this combination of revulsion and depression. Like, they feel sad for it, but no one can feel as sad for the squonk as it feels for itself.
Oh.
It's that line where it's like, oh, if you ever feel upset, just remember that nobody can hate you more than you already hate yourself.
Yep. And it eats nothing but hemlock.
Oh, that explains why it's here. I love someone that just eats poison.
I was gonna say, yeah, what a relatable mood. Just eating junk food, sleeping, and being sad. What a mood.
Well, it does seem that, like, neither of these, like, different cryptid species are, like, hurting anyone currently, and they're just here.
Yeah, I think we should just
do anything with them, or should we just leave?
I think we should just document and leave.
Alright.
If that's what we want to do, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fix my camera. I'm so sorry, everybody.
Alright, so what are you gonna do to document? Are you gonna try and sneak up on these creatures?
Thank you, Alexis. Thank you for the fluid, Alexis.
I think for the squonk, we could just be like, yeah, it is here, in the hemlock forest. Who would have guessed?
I think either, the automaton or Harmony would take pictures of the location.
I mean, I'm the one with the camera.
True. I mean, I've got a phone.
Everyone thinks they're a photographer.
It's like, if you want to come out and take pictures, you can, but, I don't know if you want to do that.
I think we might as well, like, take all the photos we can.
We could just write up a report on what we've seen.
Give me a stealth check to take some pictures. While you're hanging outside the lair of two sets of cryptids.
Yep.
That is...
Oh god, I didn't mean to turn that off.
13.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to
No,
fix
that's a 14, actually.
I got a 16. Wait, is it stealth or sleight of hand? Stealth. That would actually be a 19 for me.
Okay. That 14 was key for Shelly. So yes, you sneakily avoid detection. And you can get a little closer and take a look in both or either den, since you have snuck your way up.
How big are the dens? Because I assume that you wouldn't really be able to, like, get very far as a human.
Yeah, you could just, like, take a look in.
Maybe if we each take one.
And I assume the drone can, like, go inside.
Oh yeah, as long as, like, the drone has enough space to kind of, like, stay hovering, it can go places.
Cool. You want to give me a stealth check for the drone?
Yeah, sure, why not?
It's a stealth drone.
I mean, it does technically not provoke opportunity attacks when it moves by stuff, so it's kind of good at that. I'm trying to see if there's anything specifically that it would have going on with it. Maybe a minute. Okay, is stealth dexterity? I'm assuming it's dexterity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a 22.
Holy shit.
I got an 18 plus 4.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So, yeah, you do have a moment where the jackalopes get a little bit quiet when Shelly, like, snaps a picture, but then go back to their carousing. So, how are you dividing this up? Where are you taking a look?
I was gonna say, yeah, you did say, like, we're each gonna take one, and there are 3 of us!
I mean, I assume like Shelly would take the jackalopes because like chest is so.
Yeah, it sounds like Shelly's got the jackalopes. Harm would take the other.
The squonk.
Because I really don't want to disturb the squonk, and I'm more sneaky.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Shelly is going to do the same thing that she did before about like number of cryptids, just so that like that'll help us get an accurate count for the report.
I think Harm would actually kind of guide the automaton to just get the right angle, and then back out of the lair.
Okay.
Yeah, if you ask for help, like, the drone will move and, like, light stuff so that you can actually see what's going on.
Shelly.
I prefer light off.
Hopefully the light doesn't, like, you know, make them realize what they're...
Again, I get to use the meme again, where it's Carly gets blinded! Yes! I get to use this every time, it's awesome.
Let me... Oh, now I have to do some math, huh?
Oh man, how unfortunate.
Okay. There we go. Alright. Shelly. 46 cryptids.
46 cryptids in the last month. Well, God, that's a lot.
Gee, Shelly, why does your mom...
cryptids here right now?
Oh God, right now. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that one of the 46 is the squonk, and the other 45 are all jackalopes. So they're writing that down in the report.
And are you taking a look in there, or are you just using your senses?
I
You
think...
cut out. What did you say? Just using your what?
Senses.
Ah, okay.
I think she's just gonna, you know, like, take photos of, like, the warrens and stuff and be like, there's 45 in there, I'm not going inside. And I think the whiskey bottles and the carrot tops will be enough to be like, yeah, this was for sure a jackalope warren.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So you hear, while you're out there, you hear, assorted jackalope voices, which you did before, but now that you're closer, you hear that some of the voices raised in song sound very tiny. So you hear, like, country road, take me home, and then you hear, like,
Yes.
I assume those are babies?
We have
There's
babies.
a lot of jackalope babies who are learning the songs.
Good for them.
West Virginia.
I love them. Teach them young. Start your kids off young on the right kinds of music.
And looking in at the squonk den, this drone, guided in, sees... You remember... I just remembered the name of the dog breed, so I didn't have to describe the Gap ad. But, like, imagine a Shar-Pei, but without any fur, and with just, like, hairy warts all over it. So its skin is too much for its body. And lying in a puddle, tears streaming down its face, just going...
Who shaved him?
I
Who
put
shaved
its paws
him?
over its face. Oh, they don't grow fur.
I know, but why does he look
Who
so
shaved
yucky?
him?
Give him his fur back. He's a Shar-Pei, give him his fur back. Put him in his sweater, I don't care. Petition, get Squawk a sweater.
And then occasionally it leans over and just, like, gobbles a mouthful of hemlock.
Oh, buddy.
Nobody loves you.
Oh, buddy.
I
Oh,
wouldn't.
buddy.
And then just starts bubbling into the water. And then
Oh, buddy.
Just
comes back
backing
again and
out.
goes, mean neighbors.
Oh.
I love the squonk so much. It's so good. So good.
And that's what you see in here. And
Okay.
it's a good thing you looked with the drone. Because the drone does not feel sadness.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, it has like an aura of sad. Yeah.
However,
Which-
am I close
Good.
enough for the aura of sad? Because I'm thinking I might be.
The squonk is not in pain, so you are okay.
Okay. I'll just back
You're
out
not in
slowly
pain.
and
You just
leave
feel kind
the
of down.
squonk.
You're like, oh,
Yeah.
I feel sad.
Oh, I just had an idea of someone being like, "Oh, the squonk is near." Why? You can feel it. I just feel the same, but like I know it's here. I can hear it.
No.
Oh, buddy, buddy.
So yeah, that's what you see.
Nice. I feel like after we document all of this, there's not much left to do here.
Right.
Alright.
Yes.
And if they decide to send another team, that's on them.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
don't know how many are too many jackalopes.
Yeah,
I feel like
45
But-
is so much.
I
was
feel
gonna say,
like
I feel
that
like
might be
babies.
too much for us to handle.
Yeah.
two jackalopes is too many because then you have enough to breed.
Yeah.
For real.
Ugh.
Alright. So, are you heading out?
Yep.
Thanks.
Yep.
Cool. So, getting back in the car, or hiking back up, after documenting this, get in the car, further head down to Point Pleasant, Virginia. It's cloudy. It smells like coal. And you have directions to the other Cryptids Inc. office. This music is too much of a jam. Because we've...
Too much of a
Truth
bop.
banging.
Too much of a bop for West Virginia. Sorry, no shade, West Virginia. I was a
No
little-
shade, full shade, West Virginia.
Full shade, West Virginia. Yeah, so you immediately see the Mothman statue when you arrive. Shiny,
Touch
with
that butt.
the glorious butt.
I love the Mothman
Have to
butt
touch the butt.
statue. Is it like a thing where like rubbing his butt is supposed to give you like good luck or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I love
There's
that.
a reason the
so
butt is
much.
shiny.
I mean, the whole thing is shiny, but the butt especially.
Yeah, I would say the whole thing is shiny, but does have some particular abs and butt. Okay.
It's very funny that they gave the Mothman abs. It's very funny.
I heard the Mothman is shredded. I heard the Mothman has an 8-pack.
I just went to
Oh.
go look up a picture to post,
Oh, no.
and the first one I
There
found
is-
had Joe Manchin in front of it, and it made me sad and mad.
Not
Whoa.
Joe Manchin!
I was like, no, not him. Here's the butt.
I like how if
Join
you look
our
up Mothman
Discord to
statue.
get pictures of the Mothman butt.
Yeah, I love how the first suggestion when I searched Mothman was Mothman statue back.
They know what you want.
People know what they want.
They asked
There
people
it
to
is.
stop rubbing the butt because it was getting damaged. Oh my gosh, too many people are touching the butt.
Isn't this the plot of Finding Nemo?
I think so.
Alright.
Oh my
No,
gosh,
you
that's
should have made his
hilarious.
butt cheeks more firm if you didn't want this to happen.
I know.
This is what he gets for skipping leg day.
Imagine, like, stop people from touching the butt now by giving him a set of booty shorts.
Yeah, and it's one of the ones that has like words on the butt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
juicy.
Yeah. Keep it juicy, Virginia. West Virginia.
I love that a lot, actually. So, head around West Virginia. You see a lot of folks wearing bright red glasses. So it's
must be the Colts.
Oh. Ah, understood.
They prefer to call themselves a fan club, but
Mhm.
a lot of
Colts.
folks
Ah, yes.
trying to go to the museum. The other thing you notice is that there is a curfew in place. And a couple places have, in addition to their usual, like, no shirt, no shoes, no soliciting signs, have no strangers added.
What?
I don't know why, but my brain just said no shirt, no shoes, no rubbing the butt.
Strangers, that's not exactly great for, like, if you, because, like,
I thought this was a
Pleasant's
tourist
tourism
location.
industry
Yeah.
is, like, what brings people there.
I mean, yeah, it is, but
That makes
okay.
no sense.
Okay, as someone who lives near a tourist attraction, just because an area likes the fact that tourism gives it money does not necessarily mean we like the fact that tourists come.
That's fair.
That is true, but actually putting out a sign saying "Don't come in."
Yeah, that's very weird.
Okay, this is also, again, West Virginia.
Mm.
Ah.
Well, the thing is, putting out a sign that basically says "Do not enter" to harm makes her want to go in more. So
She's a reverse vampire.
Of
that's
course it does.
reverse
This sign
vampire.
can't stop me,
Harm,
even though I can read.
Harm is definitely going in to that place with the sign out front that says "No strangers."
Okay.
I love that for her. Truly.
Amazing.
I love that.
The door is unlocked. How do you approach it?
Oh. Well,
Oh,
that
no,
kind of...
door!
I mean,
I was gonna say that's kind of a contradiction, isn't it? Don't come in, door unlocked.
Yeah, I'm just going inside.
Okay, so you're not, like, kicking down the door. That's what I wanted to know.
Kicking down
that
the
would
broad
man.
daylight.
That would have been great, but I mean, just a hostile sign would not be enough for Harm to literally kick down the door. But just opening it up and walking inside brazenly, yes.
Okay, listen, we don't have a Kool-Aid man as a cryptid here, so we can't do that. We can't infringe on his territory.
I mean, Harm could kick down a door if she wanted. It would be great, but just not necessary here.
Love that.
There are, when you walk in, talking kind of stops. And
jazz music stops.
I love that image so much. It's so good.
let's see, that's a Loveland Frogman story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, baby.
So the there's an old woman with like frizzy gray hair and a big pink sweater with like a cat playing with a ball of yarn on it.
This is just you, Jess.
I was gonna say elderly Jess. Is that you?
I would not be wearing that sweater, okay? Maybe me and the
You'd be wearing 2 of
as a
them.
grandma. I was thinking of something like my aunt would wear.
Don't put your aunt on blast like that.
I have a lot of aunts. They don't know which one it is.
They all dress like that.
They all know, Jess.
They all know it's them. None of them watch my show. You walk in and she kind of peers over her glasses. And taking stock of the store, you see that there is a rack of like sunglasses for sale, but all of the sunglasses are bright red. There's also like buy your Mothman wings here and scrolls of doom. And this is a very
I want a pair of wings.
But near the front, in a glass case, they also sell pepper spray, tactical knives in assorted colors.
What kind of shop is this?
This is
Okay,
a tourist shop
again.
in West Virginia.
I was gonna say yes again. It's like a Bass Pro shop mixed with the bookies.
And they sell like little plushies of Mothman on the counter, and then behind her are a couple like hunting rifles for sale, and it says like must be 18 to purchase.
Fucking America.
Here's the thing, you say that, but they sell guns at Walmart. This is not the worst
Yeah.
thing.
It's
This is not the worst. Somehow.
America, it's worse than this.
It's instead of bigger than before, worse than before.
So, yep. Harmony definitely wants to purchase some Mothman wings. And possibly some kind of like touristy thing, like a keychain.
Okay.
Uh,
Do I know you?
Oh god.
Harmony's just like, hi, I'm Harmony.
now you do.
Alright, so I didn't know you for just now.
Are you sure?
Give me a persuasion check.
Are you really trying to girl boss gaslight this old woman?
No, the thing is, I'm kind of waiting for her to say you're a stranger, and then Harmony was going to go, there are no such thing as strangers, just potential friends.
Do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of our freaking our haunted house episode we had a couple years ago where I played like Sandy the little Girl Scout that was like very excited about everything and very weird about it.
You said persuasion?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a 19.
Oh my god!
Oh my,
I rolled a 19.
oh my
It's great.
god.
You should not be allowed to have rewards for this behavior.
Gaslight
should
girl
not.
boss, gaslight girl boss.
Alright. Well, I thought you looked unfamiliar, but I can see that you are a fan of some high quality weaponry. So you must have been in here before, and I apologize that I forgot your name. Harmony, welcome back.
It's good to be back.
Can I
Oh
have
my god.
How's the
your
family,
best
hon?
rifle, please?
Oh, you know my brothers. They're annoying, as always.
There are many.
My many, many brothers.
Yeah, I know them for sure.
Because like they're also fine procurers of weaponry. So
While Harmony is like trying to bullshit her way into this, Odd is really not paying attention, is just like, how much is the pepper spray?
ooh, yeah, I'll get pepper spray for my friend.
I literally...
Ooh.
I know that's on the weapon list, so I can give you an actual number. I just...
It's $10.
Thank you. That's gonna be $25.
Oh, sweet. That's
tourism.
That's more expensive. I'm gonna like look at Harmony and be like, do we have the company credit card?
Harmony would have swiped her oldest brother's credit card.
Oh, cool. So I'm not paying for this. Can I have 5 of them?
5
Yes.
pepper sprays.
I imagine Harmony's going to get a call about this purchase.
Oh no.
Suspected fraud.
What you doing with 5 pepper sprays? You trying to like expand your cuisine? Because it's not that kind of pepper.
Oh, no, it's like one for each of us and then backups in case, like, something happens with two of them.
All right.
My friend likes being prepared.
My grandson, smart as a bag of rocks, tried to make paella by putting 2 cans of these in a skillet, and
Oh no.
I do not recommend that. So
Oh.
yeah,
I'll keep that in mind, thank you.
it was spicy, and he sure smelled like pepper and paella the whole time at the ER.
He's like, ooh, that bone feels spicy. Those 3rd-degree burns real feel spicy.
So yeah, there is Mothman branded pepper spray that comes with a red cap and glows, and there is just your generic mace. Well, mace isn't generic, but I'll say there's also mace, and then there's a great value is Walgreens. So I'll say,
I mean,
goodest value.
Yeah, amazing.
I mean, considering we're here, we have to get the Mothman ones, right?
I'm more worried that it can be, like, kind of insulting if we run into Mothman, you know?
Especially because, like, I assume Mothman knows who we are because we're part of Cryptids Inc. So he'd be insulted if we, like, took stuff that was, like, from his fan club.
It's like, meanwhile, there's Harmony, who's now wearing the wings that she just purchased, and is just kind of like, what? What would be insulting about that? Really? It just shows that we're fans.
Oh,
So
no.
Like, so, are we talking...
They are definitely aware of Cryptids Inc., but it is
I was gonna say-
unclear how they feel about Cryptids Inc.
I was gonna say, yeah, just because they know about us does not mean it's good. Like, I
mean,
like, I
didn't
know
they
who Joe
file a
Manchin is, but that
report?
doesn't mean I like him.
So,
I mean,
did
they thought
Mothman
enough
like-
about Cryptids Inc. to file a kind of restraining
Yeah.
order report.
Yeah.
There is that.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
We'll see.
It's like, alright, so what brings y'all in town? You here for the statue in the museum, like most folks, I assume, or did you just come to supply?
Oh, there's a museum? I did not know that. That is kind of cool.
Little of both.
Well, it's a good thing that you're stocking up on deterrence. As you may have noticed, there is a curfew. And it's a good thing you didn't try and buy any knives because they are for viewing purposes only.
But guns!
If you want guns, we got them aplenty. There's
No.
not even
Oh,
We're not one of those states that has a waiting period. All I need is proof of age and you are good to go.
I'm gonna say nothing because, like, Ink here, oh my god, why? And then Audrey is just like, how do I tell her I have a rifle in our car?
yeah, and then there's Harm going, well, we'll certainly keep that in mind. It's like, are things really that dangerous around here?
Well, you know, we don't usually like to advertise this to tourists, but since you're home folks, since we go way back,
Way back.
a returning customer, there have been some folks that arrived in the hospital, and these aren't, you know, your usual tourists getting stoned on those mushrooms saying they've seen Mothman or lights in the
Go
sky.
on mushrooms!
Whatever kind of pills they take these days, if they're taking their marijuana capsules or they're smoking their mushrooms or injecting their cocaine. I don't know what the Gen Z millennials do, but there have been good, honest folks arriving at the hospital now where my niece, Bessie, works all slashed up. And these aren't the usual kind of hunting accidents you usually see. No. First off, the season's over. But second of all, these are a different kind of knife. But just as a precaution, the government, for our safety, put in a curfew trying to tell God-fearing Americans where we can and can't go. At least they don't have us wearing masks again. But
Oh no!
I am not permitted to sell knives until they figure out where this mad slasher is at.
What's the protocol for the curfew and like emergencies? Like, if we have to like do something urgently in the middle of the night, what's the situation there?
Oh. Well, just what you do in any emergency, call 911. Cops will be right there. They always have our best at heart. That's why back the blue.
It hurts
Yep, sure.
so much. It hurts. It hurts.
Of course.
Just dealing psychic damage.
Yeah,
Actively, yeah.
This is just continuous damage the longer this conversation is going on.
I'm making the
I-
Minecraft damage noise.
I literally just drove through
Oof.
West Virginia,
Oh no.
fairly recently, and so some of this is taken from my trip.
Oh no.
Flashes back to the fact that I worked with people from Kansas.
Yeah, I saw a sign that said Mastriano, Trump, and God.
Hey,
Why?
what? I'm so confused.
And I was
What
like,
is
are
it like?
Is God running?
I guess. God,
I
take
mean,
the
it depends on how
wheel.
you look at it.
I guess, yeah.
I'm more confused. It's like, is this like a list of things that you're afraid of? Is this like, what is this? Oh my god almighty.
Ugh.
In any case, I think Harm is going to try and extract herself from this conversation, and unless there's anything else in here that looks interesting, or maybe somebody who looks like they really want to talk to us.
I mean, there's keychains, there's shot glasses, there's like little metal keychains that have your name on them. There's also,
Your
like,
name!
plushy keychains that are shaped like a moth, and when you squeeze them, red eyes glow.
Okay, I want one of those little plushy keychains.
There are t-shirts that say, I got mothed in Point Pleasant, Virginia.
Oh,
There are
just
other
the
ones that
keychain.
say, I met Mothman and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. And
Of
all sorts
course.
of things like that.
See, in my mind, the fact that Mothman is still kind of like okay, but also they're kind of afraid of him. Alexis, can we ban Alexis from a
Really?
stream that she's sponsored? Are we allowed to do that?
Alexis, thank you for the money, but you know how it is.
Okay,
And
I was
we're
gonna
not
say-
saying that on stream.
I'm not reading that. I've said some regrettable shit on the internet. I'm not doing that. That's the line. That's the line. I was gonna say, just the way that they describe Mothman and everything like that, the way he kind of seems to me is he's like that weird kind of creepy person in your neighborhood that you're not sure if they're a serial killer or like also just kind of okay, just kind of weird. And it'd be like making plushies of that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what? What?
Yep. Harm will just clip the keychain to her backpack and just be that much more kind of fan cat girl-ish.
I was waiting for you to say she just clips it to her backpack and runs. Like, I'm not paying for this.
God.
No, I mean, she's got her brother's credit card. She's not paying for shit.
I do like that you have, like, a business credit card, and you're like, no, my family can just pay for my mess.
I mean, to be fair, like, this is just, like, tourist junk, so it's like...
I mean, I have a
Cryptids
feeling
Inc.
that... I have a feeling that all of Harmony's brothers expect this by now, and just kind of, like, charge any miscellaneous expenses to Cryptids Inc.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. So
I
they
was
know about
buying you
Cryptids Inc?
souvenirs.
Oh, I guess they would, because they're hunters.
Well, yeah,
right?
I said she said she's from a hunter family, so I'm thinking they're pretty well entrenched in Cryptids Inc. Anyway.
Oh, they
I
are
bet,
also...
I bet, no,
Oh.
I bet my older brother is working in the finance department,
That's...
so of course she uses his credit card.
Oh,
It
yeah.
actually routes to the same place.
It's like,
Excellent.
why fill out an expense report when I can just charge it to my brother's credit card, and
But
he
then
can
he-
file the expense report?
What's that thing from Schitt's Creek? It's a write-off. What do you mean? Yeah, you know, you buy something and you just write it off. Who writes it off? I don't know, the government?
I have found the gift for that. Nobody. You just write it off. You write it off.
Amazing.
All right, so
So Shelley didn't actually go in. I think she was too scared of the no strangers thing, of just like, what will happen if you go into a place that says no strangers, and do not roll a 19 on a crucial roll. So she was,
I love this.
she was like, you know, going around, like, you know, taking photos of the place to, like, you know, scout the place out. Like, she's been here before, but it was, you know, a few years back, so, you know, she wants to see what's changed, but obviously this is also, like, doing the double purpose of, like, you know, looking at this fan club and seeing if, like, they're doing anything in particular, or if they're just, you know, existing.
They're kind of just annoying.
Yeah.
yeah. So this fan club is around, and a lot of them are talking about, like, oh my gosh, does this slasher mean that Mothman is going to show up? Why didn't Mothman warn us about this? Maybe it's not that big of a disaster.
JP,
Serial
maybe it's not
killers
that deep.
count as disasters? Oh my god, no one has been actually murdered. Not yet. And then you notice one girl who just kind of pops up right behind you.
I love
Nothing
this.
personnel, kid.
Oh, my shinderu.
Hi! Are you here to hear
Hi.
the good news about Mothman?
Yeah. Yes, I am. Hi, do I know you?
Oh. I don't think so, but I'm sure we'll be best friends. I'm Sammy. I'm the head of Mothman's fan club. And extends her hand to you.
I think, like, you know, Shelley, like, slowly processes the, like, she sees little, like, feathers on her head, there's, like, a tick next to it, she's the glasses, ticks, and just, like, takes all of the things about, like, what Cryptids Inc. told her about, like, Samantha, and just like, oh no, of course. Oh no.
Well, you did find her.
Yep.
Are you
Yeah.
wearing like a uniform or anything that designates you as part of Cryptids Inc?
No.
Okay.
Shelley just, like, she just wears, like, this, like, little frilly, like, white, like, dress thing with, like, jeans underneath.
Okay.
Because, like, her whole thing is, like, looking inconspicuous, and because she's a mage, and she has no armor proficiency, she doesn't have to deal with, you know, hiding armor or anything, so she just looks like a normal girl.
Sweet.
I'm, Shelley. Nice to meet you.
Hey, Shelley. I know that we're gonna be such good friends. Mothman loves friends.
Yeah.
And as she's looking at you, you notice that she doesn't blink, But it
Oh,
could
no.
just be because of the red glasses. It's hard to tell. But at least you
I'm
never
gonna
see her blinking.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna say, as someone who's had like colored lenses, like I one time had a pair of glasses that were like completely red like that. They give you a migraine after like 15 minutes of wearing them. It is the worst.
Oh, no.
I'd like to imagine she's just like gotten used to it, and she's like, anyway, push through the pain. This is just it's for the aesthetic. Do it.
This is how Mothman sees. They have a migraine, so I also got a migraine.
I'm an empath.
Yes. And just like, so do you have a theory as to why Mothman hasn't forewarned any of us of what's going on? Or are you just here to learn and bask in their glory? As do we all.
Theories. Game theories.
Oh god, no.
Matthew Patrick.
Map had burst out the nearest building. I was like, okay. I think that because like also Shelley doesn't know like the full picture because like you know they were debriefed a bit, but like I feel like the others got more information in the shops that Shelley doesn't have access to. So Shelley fully is like furiously trying to connect dots in her head at this moment. Before being like, my theory is that Mothman themselves is busy like. You know, fighting the root of the problem. So they can't warn us because they have to fend the threat off themselves. So they are relying on us realizing that so that we can prepare ourselves for when we have to help them.
Are you telling us that this is Mothman's Judgment Day? Is this what this is? Like, God works hard, but Mothman works harder?
Yes.
What?
When there was only one set of footprints in the sand, there was a Mothman carrying you.
What if there are no footprints in the sand? It means Mothman's taken off.
She stops and thinks for a minute and goes, that seems fairly accurate and in character for them. And then pulls out a massive journal with a bunch of pages stuck out of it. She goes, I'm sorry, I just want to write that down. And could I get your name for our membership log? I'd like to add you to our email list.
Okay. I think she panicked and like did it like was like, oh, you know, like maybe it's best to be honest with this girl. But also now I'm like, okay, by the way, I have not figured out what the fuck Shelley's surname is in the first place. So she's just gonna so I don't even know what's correct.
She's like,
so I'm just gonna write down
cryptidsinc.com.
But I'm just gonna write down a fake surname, but like correct first name.
I'm just imagining that Cryptids Inc. is the kind of business that still uses AOL. You know? Like one of those things.
Yep. I imagine.
Yeah.
Yep. At yahoomail.com.
Yeah.
We used, I'm not sure if anyone else used this one, but we used Roadrunner at one point.
Alexis
Says Hotmail.
Alexis
Use
has
Hotmail.
said in
It's
the chat,
canon.
It's canon.
It's canon.
Amazing.
She goes,
I
that's
know
so
my
wonderful.
work.
You notice that she has drawn a little picture of you
Oh no.
besides your email address.
Oh no.
You know what? I make a weird face at that, but also I write down people's names all the fucking time in my phone, and I look at them and I'm like, who the hell is this?
She's like, so Shelley, we'll be in touch. You are a good one. You have Mothman's best interest at heart.
You're one of the good ones.
Love to be referred to one of the good ones. Thank you.
You're not like everybody else in this town. A thrill
You're not like the other girls.
Just here to
You're not like the other
damage.
girls you've been touched by Mothman.
Damn, I shouldn't tell her I touched Mothman's ass then.
Love it. Love it.
So are the rest of you coming out of the store?
Yeah, I think that would be a great time to come out of the store.
And it's doing just fine.
Cool. And you see Shelly talking to the girl that you were warned about.
Yeah, I think Harmony would kind of like squint in their general direction and just be like, "Wait, isn't that?"
Oh no.
You know what? I feel like if we make a big to-do about it, it's gonna get weirder, so I'm just gonna, like, go to the car and just kind of, like, assume that Shelly's taking care of it, because, like, Shelly's competent. Like, I'm not worried, though it is kind of weird.
She's fine. Shelly actively panicking.
Yeah, I wonder if I think Harm would actually go over and see if Shelly's okay.
This is Sammy.
Hello.
She's the head of the Mothman fan club.
Sammy, you say? Hi, I'm Harmony.
Hello, Harmony.
Just kind of like in that happy, like, vaguely threatening way, but...
Oh my god.
The kind of one where you can't really quite tell if they're being hostile or not.
Mm-hmm.
Alexis, Harmony just texts Samantha.
It's a possibility. Depends on what happens next.
Do you want to give me an intimidation check?
Oh, sure. That sounds great.
You want to peacock a little bit? I love this. I love how this is going.
Okay, so that's a 13.
Okay. Gosh, I have to roll dice in this game? What is this?
Wow, it's the first time we've made just roll. That's a new record. 2 hours.
Oh, okay. That was a 2. So.
One for every hour.
Sizes you up and looks at Shelly and goes, I guess we all have some of those friends.
We all have a little bit of Mothman inside of us.
And then let's see, she goes, why don't we try that again?
Reroll.
She goes, I'm so sorry. And she pulls something out of her pocket and you notice several moths fly away. She goes, I'm Sammy, and it's a pleasure to meet you. Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh! Of course. That's a non-natural 20.
Oh,
yeah!
Okay. Let's see, because that, yeah. The save was a 15. So, you notice she tried to charm you. So how do you respond?
Oh yeah, Harm's smile is now extremely dangerous, and it's just like, you made a big mistake there. And
I'm not saying anything. I'm sitting in the car, looking through the tinted windows with binoculars, hoping that I don't have to get out.
Do you have your favorite music playing? Is the AC on?
Yes, absolutely. I'm wasting gas.
It's like the thing is, I think Harmony would end up punching her. But like one of those things where she just like puts an arm around her shoulders and just kind of like does a quick jab to the stomach. And is just kind of like, don't do that again.
I was really hoping you were gonna suplex her, not gonna lie.
Well, no, we're out in the middle of the street, so harm is being
As if that
plausible
stopped us
deniability violent harm right now.
As if that has stopped us before.
She just looks at you and goes, so I assume you're not interested in signing up for the literature. And puts her book away.
Wait, is this the literature club, Jess, from the Doki Doki Literature
Okay,
Club?
you say that, and my first thought was, yo, is this like a cult? Just kind of like, like those
Yeah,
people
it's
that come to
like
your door
harm
like,
just
hello.
kind of like raises an eyebrow and is just kind of like, yeah, I was far more into sports clubs, and just walks away.
From behind you, from where she was, and you would still see this, Shelly, if you're still there. You hear screams, and then Sammy goes, it's okay. Mothman will take care of us. There is a crash of lightning.
Where's the scream coming from?
The fan club
Yeah.
that was around Mothman statue.
Okay.
People scatter, and the last thing you hear is, he's here. He's here.
You throw
I
40
get
on
to
the
punch
ground
someone in
and
the
yell
face.
scatter?
And the fan club scatters. And
Bye.
walking towards the statue, lightning crashing behind him, is a man with a grin on his face in a bright green suit.
The Joker.
Right up to the statue.
And
I'm
touching
still in
that
the
ass.
car!
Oh yeah, I now have seen my target. So
And
harm
then
is
you just
definitely
enemy
headed in that
spotted.
direction.
Oh, my old friend. You and I meet again.
Again, enemy spotted. Take him down.
Yep.
And that's where we're gonna leave things for tonight's episode.
Oh!
Yeah. Hey.
So stick around because we are gonna do a raid. But first, let's find out where you can meet these wonderful people in the real life. Starting with Audrey. Who are you in the real life when you're not in the car?
My brain almost didn't
Cryptids?
work there. It's great.
Where can we find you?
Hi, my name is Hi, my name is Ink. You can find me on Twitter at these deadpans, which will lead to my other things, including my art, and the work that I had done for the Uncaged Anthology, the Combat Wheelchair, and other programs and projects on the DM's Guild and Drive Through RPG. If you try to find me in real life and walk up to me without asking, we're gonna have some words. And maybe fists, we'll see. But other than
Everyone's
that, you
taking a
can...
page from Harmony's book.
Yeah.
Yes, you can always find me in the chat, and of course, you can also find us in our Discord, where I post lots of memes.
Harmony, who are you in the real life? Where can we find you?
Hi, I'm Zan Larson on the internet, also known as Paleweight Rabbit on Twitter and Instagram, and I do a lot of art things. If you find me on those sites, you would also be able to find my online store where I sell prints of my illustrations and pins and things that have phrases that you might recognize from this show, such as a Forest Lesbians pin and Stairs and Lesbian, because we all like lesbians here.
The lesbians here. And Shelly, who are you in the real life? Where can we find you?
Hello, I am Draz in the real life. You can find me on Twitter at Drazillion, but if Twitter falls apart, I also have a backup on co-host at Drazillion. You can also find me in the Discord. And also, if you find me in real life, I also yell and scream. Unless you are DW, that makes sense. DW is also in Australia with me.
Okay, however, if DW came like running at you full speed, no context, would you not be terrified?
I'll be like, oh, DW!
Oh
Okay,
no, why
since
are they running?
Since everyone else has said something, if you find me in the real life, it'll be a 50-50 chance that I will just simply run away.
Ah, lovely. You get the coin flip.
And I'm Jess. I'm doing so much this weekend where you can find me, but not in the real life, because I will probably just say hi and then go hide. So come back here tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be playing I Love You, Colonel Sanders, because I started playing that game by myself and I needed to share it with the world. So I'm going to be streaming that. Then over on Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be playing with Amateur Productions as part of their holiday stream. And then at 8 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, I'm going to be over on Phoenix Iwaki's channel as part of his Evil campaign, where I am the Druid School dropout, Chubby Tabaxi. Mike, we're going to go shoot our behind the scenes Patreon video. So join our Patreon if you want to see that and help us do what we do. And speaking of patrons, thank you so much to Alexis for sponsoring tonight and next week's episodes. Why did I just shout out myself? I meant to shout out Alexis. Good job.
The fact that you believe in yourself is good.
Yeah.
The fact that you believe in yourself is very good.
There we go.
Confidence.
Oh my God, I'm so
go.
bad at this. Yes, and if you want to buy your own copy of Cryptids, you can do it right there. So we are going to go raid our friends from our brand new stream team that we were invited to, Rolling Together. So we are going to raid Party of 2 RPG. They are playing Pathfinder, and they only have 1 reviewer, so let's give them a lot of love and say hi. Thank you for joining us tonight and every night that you are here. We love you so much, and have a wonderful weekend. Take care, folks. Bye.
Name.
Night.